So this question is asking us to work with some of the rules of indices, and so we should be thinking about facts. Anything to the power of 0 is always 1. Anything to the negative power of 1 is always the reciprocal of that base value, so 1 over the value. And when we're doing negative indices with fractions, then we need to remember that the general pattern for any base to the negative power of a fraction is equal to 1 over. Now the n in the denominator position is telling us to take the nth root, so we do the nth root of a, and the m is then telling us to do it to the power of m. So those are the rules we're going to use in this particular case. We've got to learn all 7 rules, so make sure you're practicing all the other ones as well. But in this case we've got 2 to the power of 0, which is going to be 1. Anything to the power of 0 is always 1. 5 to the power of negative 1, well, this is telling us to do the reciprocal of 5, which is the fraction 1/5. Remember, reciprocal means that you multiply the two things and you end up with an answer of 1. So 1/5 times 5 is 1. So the answer here is 1/5. And this one is telling us to then do, well, the negative tells us to do 1 over. The 3 in the denominator part is telling us to do the cubed root of 8. And then the 2 is telling us to square that answer. So we end up doing 1 over, well, the cube root of 8 is 2. So we end up doing 1 over 2 squared, which is 1/4. So the answer here will be 1/4. So that's just a bit of practice with the rules of indices applied to any base.